How's your mind? How's your body? And of course, how is your soul? My name is Denise Dennis Worlu, and I'm excited to share this space with you from now up until 3 o'clock. Remember that it is you and I together, and I'm sure we'll definitely make the most of it. Starting, of course, with the first conversation on our menu: comparison versus contentment. Imagine having a stable home, a hardworking partner, and peace of mind until you pick up your phone. People that live in Abuja, I am calling you out on this conversation today. I did not mention names, but it seems like living in a city where wealth is loud makes it harder to be happy with a steady income. I may be wrong, and at the same time, who knows? I may be right. What about the biggest social media lie ever told about the soft life that made you start comparing your life with others? These and more are what we're bringing to the table on the sunny side today. Now, that conversation takes us up until 1. We'll go on the news break for trending stories. We'll be back for a chit chat between the 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock hour. Your domestic help, did they return? Are they still telling you they are coming? Your workers that traveled for Christmas, did they return? Have they returned? Are they still telling you they are coming? We'll talk about that. And then finally, let's talk AI resurrection. Is it a comfort or a curse? Something that feels like a movie, but it's actually happening in 2026. Imagine it's a Sunday afternoon. You're missing your late father, his laugh, the way he always gave you that specific piece of advice when life got tough. And then you pick up your phone, you open an app, and he calls you. It's his exact voice, his unique slang, and he remembers your last conversation. Well, there's a catch. It's not him. It's a digital ghost. An AI trained on his old WhatsApp voice notes, emails, and videos. In the year 2026, there's something known as grief tech. It's a multi-million-dollar industry. People are paying to keep their loved ones alive in the cloud. Some say it's a beautiful way to never say goodbye. Others say it's a betrayal of the natural cycle of life. A digital hunting that stops us from truly healing. So let's ask the ultimate question in that hour. Are we honoring our ancestors? Are we just talking to a computer that's wearing their skin? If your late loved one called you today via AI, would you pick up the phone or let it go? Let them rest in peace. Does this help a grieving loved one, or does it prevent them from ever accepting that the person is gone? Think about it, because that conversation we'll have within the 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock hour. But in this hour, comparison versus content. You know how everybody wants the soft life? Everybody wants to get to that point where they can afford not to even show up at work on a particular day because, hey, they have got the money. They can. You know how you want a lot of things, you crave a lot of things, you desire a lot of things, affording the trips, going to the fun places, meeting with the higher, you know what I'm talking about. Well, let's dig in. Okay, I would find a good place to begin. So, I once had a client in Abuja, mid 30s, spoken, very disciplined guy. He worked in construction procurement, not flashy money, but stable. Rents paid in Maitama. Car was clean, not new. Children in good schools. Life was not loud, but it was steady. His wife was beautiful, smart too. He met her when he was still managing a small project site in Cuba. He told me this. She married the potential in him, not abundance. And for years, she stood by him. Then Abuja entered her phone. Gym friends in Wuse too, Instagram weekend brunches, women whose husbands were senators, oil contractors, politicians. Soft life conversation entered her living room without knocking. Comparison quietly became her daily diet. She started saying things like, "Is this all we will be? Other women are traveling every month. You are too comfortable." The man noticed the shift. He tried to adjust, took more risks, took loans, overworked himself. Still, Abuja was always showing her someone doing better. One day, she met a man who checked all the boxes she thought she deserved: big SUV, driver, access, promises. She left her marriage with 2 kids for that upgrade. 6 months later, the illusion cracked. The man was married. She was a side arrangement. The money came with control, silence, disrespect. She could not post him. She could not complain. She could not demand. By the time she wanted to return, the door was closed. Her former husband had healed quietly, focused on work, focused on the kids. Peace replaced pressure. Today she struggles with regret, not because she left, but because she realized too late that hypergamy without self-awareness does not upgrade a life. It often destroys it. Abuja is not dangerous because of money. It is dangerous because it constantly convinces people that what they have is never enough. And some people ruin good lives chasing a lifestyle that was never meant to be theirs. What am I saying? Lifestyle inflation ruins more homes than poverty. The moment your desires grow faster than your income, pressure enters everything. Not every soft life you see is real or sustainable. Many are funded by debt, politics, or temporary access. Today we are looking at this viral story out of Abuja. This woman had a steady life. In Maitama, everything was fine. It wasn't flashy, but it was real. It was something she could hold on to. It was tangible. Then the Instagram lifestyle. She started going to the gym and seeing other flashy ladies, having gist about how they used to fly everywhere. And then that crept in. She started comparing her husband to senators and oil contractors. What was the parameter for comparison? I honestly don't know. But this guy been they try normally. And then Baba started taking loans and taking more risks and overworking his body. Now, she eventually left the marriage for a man with the big SUV. And then, of course, the driver. Only to find out 6 months later that she was just side chick with no voice and no respect. So while the others were with their husbands who were sponsoring all of those things, that's if at all they were telling the truth, because some women will sponsor their lifestyle and pin the glory on the husband. Either ways, lifestyle inflation, they say, is ruining more homes than poverty. The idea that what we have is never enough because we are constantly looking at someone else's highlight reel. I can remember vividly several times I would go online. I'm not even going to lie. And I would see some people post things. And the very first question I ask is, where on earth they see this money? And I will try to do research. Let me know if this money is legal. And this is not to say that people do not make legal money, trust me. But let me be sure that I'm tapping into a blessing that comes with sustainability. Let me be sure that with this level of wealth, I have also learned the required skills for management and multiplication, because there's the art of making money, managing money, and multiplying money, which a lot of people do not have. In my own little way, I have seen people make reference to my post and say something like, I want to be like you when I grow up. Show me the way. Young girls admiring things about me. And never asking the key question of, how did you get this? How did you get there? They want the results, but not the work behind the scene. People will feel like they are not doing enough for themselves at their level because they are seeing the picture of somebody. Give me someone that's popular, that's always flaunting certain things on social media. Maybe they're seeing the videos of a non's Mirage, or they are seeing the videos of an Ash Money, right? That's one name. Or they're seeing the videos of maybe Diary of a Kitchen Lover. Or they're seeing the videos of people, you know, those people that used to cook in their very, very fine kitchen, that when you see the kitchen there, even if you do not want to cook, you will just want to enter the kitchen and just be taking you just, guys, quickly, today I'm craving, and everything is automated, smart house. They just like, and everything will just come on, and they say, God, I beg. And then they go and show the videos to their husbands, like, babe, see, come, see. What's it be that? See this kitchen. This kitchen go fine well. Yes, now you go fine well. This kitchen fine, no kai. Before you know, okay, so madam, what do you want? You work hard now, you know. And before you know it, small. Pressure is mounting. And let me also say this quickly, because some of you would say, who no like better thing? Well, what is the biggest lie social media ever told you about the soft life that made you start comparing your life with others? That's question number one. Question number two, does living in a city where wealth is loud? Have you been to Abuja, by the way? Have you seen videos from Abuja? God. Have you seen where some people live in Abuja? They tell you that a standard 2-bedroom flat apartment somewhere around the World Bank costs over 4 million naira per year. They tell you that to get a good house in Wuse 2, they are going to spend up to like... Have you seen the kind of cars that people drive in Abuja? You may go there now with your Toyota Corolla and you start feeling like, nah, make I go stay one place. What's it this? Nah. Does it make it harder to be happy with a steady income? Or does it rather motivate you to want to be up there? Would you bow to the pressure of wanting more? Or would you learn contentment with what you have? Let's talk. 0817-923-0002. That is 0817-923-0002. We also have 0817-923-0003.